Walker County authorities are investigating a deadly road rage shooting. The sheriff's office said the aggressive driving started here on Lee Clarkson Road. Now, officers say the three men involved then drove down Highway 341. It ended in gunfire outside this Dollar General on Garrett Chapel Road overnight. Now, that's where we find News Channel 9's Eric Benninghoff this hour. He joins us live where authorities say they'll be releasing more details any minute now. Good afternoon, Eric.
Good afternoon, Greg. It's a road rage related incident that ended right here in the Dollar General parking lot. We're told in the front of the parking lot here. That tragically leaves one Chickamauga man dead. Now, we did speak to the sheriff this morning who said it all began over some sort of driving incident between the parties. He told us the man who was shot was driving an SUV. Meanwhile, the men who are suspects were driving motorcycles. The sheriff told us that the two driving motorcycles, he believes, did know each other. They're currently in the Walker County Jail and soon to face charges. He told us that he does not believe at this time that the man driving the SUV knew the motorcyclist. That's what he told us as of now. But as we said it all began with some sort of driving incident between the parties on Lee Clarkson Road. They then continued on Georgia Highway 341 and ended up at this Dollar General parking lot. Now, we did speak to one neighbor right across the street over here living in that house. Her name is Billy Sparks, and she told us that she heard a noise, but all she thought was it was two cars getting in a wreck.
They went over there and they put him on his back, and then they started pounding on his chest. But I really didn't. I just thought that the vehicle that was there had backed up or something to hit the motorcycles. But I mean, I just thought it was. I didn't know. I mean, I heard the sound, but I just thought it was wrecked because they're always having wrecks here.
Leaders of the program tell me they found an 80% increase in homelessness from 2020 to 2021, and their efforts will hopefully help stop the problem from getting worse.
I can confidently say that evictions are fun for nobody.
Chattanooga put $500,000 into a program called the Eviction Prevention Initiative in September 2021. To reduce the number of evictions and prevent increased homelessness in the community.
The original model was to pair individuals facing eviction with free legal assistance and social work support to try to address what many saw to be a potential wave of evictions.
Alexa LaBeouf is the director of the program and says while it was initially a crisis response to the pandemic, it is expanded to help the ongoing issue of people facing homelessness.
We're able to pair tenants and their landlords with existing resources if the issue is an issue of rent.
She says a social worker does more in-depth case management to support individuals. And so far, the program's helped over 400 people.
That level of intervention, really helping a family to achieve stability, can be a 6-month or longer process, but looks at job access, childcare access, accessing benefits, and just creating a stability plan.
David Elliott is a resident of Patton Towers and says they've been trying to evict him for months.
Oh man, it takes a toll on you above and beyond imagination.
He says between the pandemic and being displaced after the apartment fire in March of last year, he wishes the landlords would work something out with him.
They need to back up, step back just a few steps to be able to investigate each situation and find out what's really going on.
Wendy Winters from the Chattanooga Homeless Coalition says there's a bigger issue at hand.
The only thing that solves homelessness is housing, and we have a severe lack of affordable housing. Until our community makes it a priority to make affordable housing development a priority, then we're going to continue to see homeless numbers rising.
The Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians is one of the first tribes to receive the technology toolkit. It's part of the Amber Alert system designed to help find missing and abducted children more quickly.
And I'm gracious for the Amber Alert and Indian Country Initiative.
Cherokee Police Chief Josh Taylor says the program will lead to more successes.
A lot of times there's barriers and divisions between native lands and state lands, and I want to tear those walls down.
The kit has tools, a tablet preloaded with material from the Missing and Exploited Children's Center, a camera, document scanner.
If you respond to a missing child and they have a photo that you need to upload, you could scan it in this portable document scanner here and send it to dispatch.
Taisha Wood with Amber Alert in Indian Country says the 2016 abduction and murder of Ashlyn Mike in the Navajo Nation spotlighted challenges many tribal lands face, some lacking internet service and sometimes interagency communication.
We need to communicate and we need to fill the gaps of partnerships with communication, training, response.
Janelle Rasmussen directs the Amber Alert training to federal, state, local, and tribal law enforcement.
It's unusual to see such a phenomenal partnership between a state agency and a tribe, and to see the great work that is being done here.
We will continue this working relationship with the Koala Boundary.
Nona Best heads up the state's Center for Missing Persons.
This toolkit will ensure that if a child goes missing, the most effective, efficient, and quickest response will be in the hands of the Cherokee Police Department.
Best also looks for an even response, including media coverage when people of different races go missing, pointing to the recent Gabby Petito case.
Hopefully that case was the case that will bring up more minorities, more brown skins, attention when they go missing. We'll get just as much attention as anybody else.
The technology toolkits streamlining the process. And the objective is to get more of these technology toolkits into the hands of more tribes this year.